Gentlemen, hi there.
Hey. Hello.
I'm George Prokopio, I'm the singer of Mother of Millions.
Wonderful, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm Kostas, play the guitar.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is the new album Artifacts. It has a very, very, very striking cover.
Yep.
And the cover artwork probably says something about what we can expect the album to be. It is a concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can you tell me a little bit about the story that it tells?
It's about strong notions like hope, fear, fear of death, mortality, concepts like homeland and war, tradition and rights surrounding the whole tradition thingy, and we imagine them as objects that we carry them since our childhood years,
Right.
and they grow larger,
Right?
until they form into one big rock, like the myth of Sisyphus. We just had the concept ready, and some texts describing the main idea, some of the lyrics.
And nothing had been recorded at that point?
No.
Nothing had been. So you had the general idea, you talked about the image that the idea should represent,
Yeah.
and then the artist started designing the artwork for Artifacts.
Artifacts came up from his head, and I think Kostas wanted to share his emotions, and that's why the myth of Sisyphus,
Yeah,
carrying the
it's-
rock every time he's going to the mountain on the hill, and then
There's a short reference that every band has so much hard work to do, like carrying a rock in vain
Right.
up on a hill.
Uh-huh.
But it's more than that. It's the struggle of everyday life,
Right?
the daily routine.
and trying to find fellow travelers
I see.
to carry the let's say the social burden.
It is open to interpretation,
Yeah.
you're saying.
And
Interesting.
I find that very charming about making music and writing lyrics, that people always find something else to fit their own
Right.
life.
So they interpret and they somehow make it their own by interpreting the lyrics and the music, and they put themselves into the situation. So it's an identification process
Yeah.
with your music and lyrics.
It's a matter of perspective.
First of all, of course, we get Amber, which is your first single video.
Yeah.
What's happening in Amber?
At first we had a single vocal line, not the choir.
We have only 2 or 3 phrases.
I remember keep pressuring Jules to sing higher.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm a master.
Okay. And it's all you, or the pair of you.
Yeah.
Most of the voices
of
is
it
Jules. Yeah.
Because I've heard you sing on stage, and I know what you can do vocally, and that's quite a lot. You have a very, very wide range. But all the layers of vocals is basically you.
Yeah.
Incredible. So you're a Gregorian chanting choir, a cappella vocal choir. What?
I think was the easiest song to compose.
Yeah. It's one of those moments that magic happens.
Yeah.
And the song writes itself. It's about tradition as a ritual, and everyday rituals. Every man has his own obsessions that turn out to be everyday rituals. You have to check twice if you switch off the oven. You have to walk through a certain way to walk your dog. It's an everyday ritual. The people you talk to, how you structure your life.
And that's why it's called Right.
Yeah.
The best part of Soma was the chorus for me, because it has the backing vocals, and something that I never used to do. So these backing vocals, and it was like with a little help from my auto-tune friend. I mean, Kostas, he was alone in the studio, or with Panos. With Panos, and it was like he took a phrase of my verse,
Right.
and he auto-tuned all the time. He destroy the vocal line, but he managed to make a very good refrain.
Right.
Yeah.
A very good chorus.
I had a thing in mind, but I didn't want to use MIDI to let the other guys listen to it.
Sure.
So I took his phrases, used autotune, tripled them,
Okay.
and I created a mini choir
Wow.
with destroyed voices.
Yeah, the same voices.
And you sang that then?
Yeah, of course, and I did this autotune, you know, this
This he
I tried to
Mimic the hits.
yeah, exactly the autotune. Like,
And you managed?
yeah.
Can you tell me something about how the atmosphere changes and why? From Soma to Cinder.
I think that Cinder is something that we want to do something like out of the box.
Right.
So at first we tried to make a song, acoustic song, as far as I remember, acoustic song with a vocal
the
line.
same melodies, but as a piano ballad.
Yeah, something like that. But I remember, was George or Magis, I don't remember, the idea with the snare and
George's idea.
George's idea with the snare, hitting the snare
With a cymbal on it.
with the cymbal. And it was very, very good idea to make something else,
Ah.
you know. So after Kostas came up with a Igbo thing,
Yeah.
and then we realized that this song will be totally different than the usual.
It already had in its own
We had all the melodies.
unique atmosphere with
Yeah.
the Igbo and the drumming with cymbal on the snare. It already had a texture,
Yeah.
and we thought it would fit right in.
Yes.
Okay, but it's not like write a song that wrote itself.
No.
No.
Certainly not. That
Certainly
was
not.
one of the most difficult.
Yeah.
I can imagine it is.
Okay. Nima was a collaboration between a drummer, George,
Yeah.
and Makis.
The piano, the keyboard
piano
player,
player.
right?
George, a drummer, is also a pianist. So they work together. George had the original idea,
Right.
the melody,
Yeah.
and they sat down and created all the arrangement and harmonies.
What is the significance of the song Anchor?
It's more like a metaphor.
Right.
The trips you do in your head, the mental trips, not the actual ones, where you try to filter your experiences and put your own, how can I say that, not remark, to filter your experiences that create your own personality. That, create your character.
Okay. So they sort of fix you as a whole, in a way,
Yeah,
or more than that.
that you settle down.
Right.
That's the image.
Is it an image that is sort of coming home to yourself, in a way,
Trying to explore yourself.
trying to explore yourself? Wow. And anchor also symbolizes the anchor as an object, symbolizes hope. Is that also part of the song?
Yeah,
It is. Okay, wow.
hope is part of every song.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, but so much on this beautiful album. You should really check it out. So we get to the title track of the album, Artifact, and that is also the longest song, or
Yeah.
isn't it? It's the longest song, and it has a very, very strange, I would say, structure that is even, I would say, new to Mother of Millions, or is it?
It is.
Yeah, it's the longest song.
It's a long song we've ever
It's the
written.
longest song and something totally different.
That's what I said. The difference for Artifact is that it has a constant build-up
Yeah.
that starts from the intro, then
Yeah,
gets
yes.
to the piano part that is on its own a build-up.
Right.
If you hear it on its own, that piano theme, it makes you think that it's a loop, you're in a loop.
Right.
And sometimes this piano melody stops, but you think you still listen to it.
It sticks in your mind for a long time, even after you hear the last part of the album. I thought, and then you have to start your journey along all the artifacts again,
Yes.
and again,
Yes.
and again. That was my feeling, and I had the feeling
That's
that
very, very great.
I had the feeling that you were almost visiting like an extensive museum that takes you through a whole range of emotions, through a whole range of images as well, and you want to go again.
That's great. If we manage to do that, it's absolutely great.
Wonderful.